Psalm 1, the Passion Translation. The ones who follow God will have overflowing joy. They will not walk in step with the wicked, nor share the sinner's path, or be found sitting in the scorner's seat. Their pleasure and passion is remaining true to the word of I am, meditating each and every moment in the revelation of light. They will be standing firm like a flourishing tree, planted by God's design, deeply rooted by the brooks of bliss, bearing fruit in every season of their lives. They who are never dry, never fainting, ever blessed, ever plentiful. What indescribable joy! How different are the wicked ones! They are but chaff, blown away by the wind, driven away to destruction. The wicked will not stand on judgment day, for God will not defend them. Nothing they do will succeed or endure for long, for they have no part with those who walk in truth. Yet how different it is for the lovers of God. The Lord watches over all their paths, while the paths of the godless lead only to doom. Psalm 2. How dare the nations plan a rebellion, ranting and raging against the Lord Most High. Their foolish plots are futile. Look at how the kings rise up to hold their summit, scheming and conferring together against God and His anointed king, saying, "Let's come together and break away from the Creator, casting off once and for all these controlling chains of God and His Christ." God enthroned merely laughs at them, amused at all their puny plans, mocking their madness. Then with the fierceness of His fiery anger, He settles the issue and terrifies them to death with these words: "I have poured out my King on Zion, my holy mountain. You had better listen to the one I have chosen. I will reveal the eternal purpose of God, for He has decreed over me. You are my favored son, and as your father I have crowned you as my King eternal. Today I have given you glory. You only need to ask me to give you the nations, and they shall become your legacy. Your domain will stretch to the ends of the earth, and you will rule over them with unlimited authority, crushing their rebellion like an iron rod smashes jars of clay. Listen to me, all you rebel kings, and all you upstart rulers of this earth. Learn your lesson while there is still time. Serve and worship the awe-inspiring God. Recognize His greatness and bow before Him, trembling with reverence in His presence. Fall face down before Him and kiss the feet of His Son before His anger is roused against you. Remember that His wrath can be quickly kindled, but many blessings are waiting for all who turn aside to hide themselves in Him. Psalm 3. O Lord, I have so many enemies. So many are against me. Listen to how they slander my soul, saying, "Look, even God can't save him from this sorrow." But in the depths of my heart, I truly know that you have become my shield, taking me and surrounding me with yourself. Your glory covers me continually. You alone restore my courage as you lift up my head when I bow low in shame. I have cried out to you, and you have answered me from your holy presence as you send me a father's help. Pause in His presence. So now I'll lie down and go to sleep. Then I'll awake in safety, for you surround me with your glory. Even though vast armies of enemies come against me on every side, with their words like sharp arrows, yet I will not be afraid. I simply cry out to you. Arise and help me, Lord. Come and save me. And you will slap them in the face, breaking the power of their words to harm me. My hero comes to my rescue, for the Lord alone is my Savior. What a feast of favor and bliss He gives His people. Pause in His presence. Psalm 4. God of my righteousness, my champion defender, why won't you answer me when I cry for help? Whenever I was squeezed by trouble, you've always inspired me. Now I'm squeezed again. I need your kindness given to me now. Hear my prayer and set me free. Listen to me, all you who think you are great. How long will you obscure my glory and drag it down into shame? Will you ever stop insulting me? How long will you set your heart on shadows, chasing your lies and delusions? Pause in his presence. May you never forget that the Lord always works wonders for every one of his chosen lovers. That's how I know that he will answer my every prayer. Tremble in awe before the Lord, and you will not sin against him. Lie down quietly upon your bed and search your own heart. Pause in his presence. Offer him the pleasing sacrifices of faith by putting your trust in him. Lord, prove them wrong when they say you will never help me. Let the light of your radiant face break through and shine down upon us. The joy you give me is far greater than the gladness of harvest time, when the harvesters gaze upon their ripened grain, and when their new wine overflows. Now I can lay down in peace and fall asleep, for no matter what happens, my confidence is found in you. Psalm 5. Listen to my passionate prayer. Can't you hear my groaning? Don't you hear how I'm crying out to you, my King and my God? Consider my every word, for I'm praying to you. At each and every sunrise you will hear my voice, as I prepare my sacrifice of prayer to you. And every morning I will wait for your fire to fall upon my heart. I know you are a God who is never pleased with lawlessness. Evil ones will never be invited as your guests. Boasters collapse and cannot survive your scrutiny. For your hatred of evildoers is clear. You will make an end of all those who lie. How you hate their hypocrisy, and you despise all who love violence. But I know the way home, and I know you will welcome me into your house, for I am covered by your covenant of mercy and love. So I come to your sanctuary with deepest awe, to bow in worship and adore you. Lead me, Lord, in the pathways of your pleasure, just like you promised me you would, or else my enemies will conquer me. Smooth out your path in front of me, straight and level, so that I may know where to walk. For no one can trust anything they say. Their hearts are nothing but deep pits of destruction, drawing people into their darkness with their speeches. They are smooth-tongued deceivers who flatter with their words. Declare them guilty, O God. Let their own schemes be their downfall. Let the guilt of their sins collapse on top of them, for they rebel against you. But let all those who turn aside to hide themselves in you, let them all be glad. May they keep shouting for joy forever. Overshadow them in your presence as they sing and rejoice, so that every lover of your name will burst forth with joy and bliss. Lord, look how wonderful you bless the righteous. Your wraparound love surrounds and shields them under your canopy of kindness and joy. Psalm 6. No, Lord, don't condemn me. Don't punish me in your fiery anger, for I am tired of this sickness. Please deal gently with me and show me mercy, for I am sick and frail. I'm fading away with weakness. Heal me, for I am falling apart. How long until you take away this pain in my body and in my soul? Oh Lord, rescue me soon. Turn back death from my door and deliver my life. because I know you love and desire me as your very own. How can I be any good to you dead? For those who are in the graveyard sing no songs. In the darkness of death, who remembers you? How could I bring you praise if I'm buried in a tomb? I'm so exhausted and worn out with my weeping. I endure weary, sleepless nights filled with moaning, soaking my pillow with my tears. My eyes of faith won't focus anymore, for sorrow fills my heart. There are so many enemies who come against me. Go away, leave me, all you workers of wickedness. For the Lord has turned to listen to my thunderous cry. Yes, the Lord my healer has heard all my pleading and has taken hold of my prayers and answered them all. Now it's my enemies who are the ones with shame. Terror-stricken, they will turn back again, knowing the bitter shame of sudden disgrace. Psalm 7. O Lord my God, I turn aside and hide my soul in you. I trust you to save me from all those who pursue and persecute me. Don't leave me helpless. Don't let my foes fall upon me like fierce lions. Can't you see how they want to rip me to shreds, dragging me away to tear my soul to pieces? Lord, if I were doing evil things, that would be different. For then I would be guilty, deserving all of this. If I wronged someone at peace with me, if I betrayed a friend, repaying evil for good, or if I have unjustly harmed my enemy, then it would be right for you to let my enemy pursue and overtake me. In fact, let them grind me into the ground. Let them take my life from me and drag my dignity in the dust. Pause in his presence. Now, Lord, let your anger arise against the anger of my enemies. Awaken your fury and stand up for me. Decree that justice be done against my foes. Gather all the people around you. Return to your place on high to preside over them. At once more occupy the throne of judgment. You are the exalted one who judges the people. So vindicate me publicly and restore my honor and integrity. Before all the people declare me innocent. Once and for all, end the evil tactics of the wicked. Reward and prosper the cause of the righteous. For you are the righteous God, the soul searcher, who looks deep into the heart to examine the thoughts and motives. God, your wraparound presence is my protection and my defense. You bring victory to all who reach out for you. Righteousness is revealed every time you judge. Your anger does not break out every day, for even though you are a righteous judge, yet if the wicked do not repent, you will not relent with your wrath, slaying them with your shining, sharp sword. You are the conqueror with an arsenal of lethal weapons. As you've prepared your deadly weapons, you have bent and strung your bow, making every judgment arrow you shoot into shafts of burning fire. Look how the wicked conceive their evil schemes. They go into labor with their lies and give birth to trouble. They dig a pit for others to fall into, not knowing that they will be the very ones who fall into their own pit of failure. For you, God, will see to it that every pit digger who works to trap and harm others will be trapped and harmed by their own treachery. But I will give all my thanks to you, Lord, for you make everything right in the end. I will sing my highest praise to the God of the highest place. Psalm 8. Great and powerful is your name, O Lord our God. People everywhere see your majesty. Your glory streams from the heavens, filling the earth with the fame of your name. You have built a stronghold by the songs of babies. Strength rises up with the chorus of singing children. This kind of praise has the power to shut Satan's mouth. Childlike worship will silence the madness of those who oppose you. Look at the splendor of your skies, your creative genius glowing in the heavens. When I gaze at your moon and your stars, mounted like jewels in their settings, I know you are the fascinating artist who formed it all. But when I look up and see such wonder and workmanship above, I have to ask you this question. Compared to this cosmic glory, why would you bother with puny mortal man, or pay attention to Adam's sons? Yet what honor you have given to man, created only a little lower than Elohim, crowned like kings and queens with glory and majesty. As the lords of creation, you have delegated to them mastery over all you have made, making everything subservient to their authority, placing earth itself under the feet of your image bearers. All the created order and every living thing of the earth, sky, and sea, the wildest beasts and all sea creatures, everything is in submission to Adam's sons. Great and powerful is your name, O Lord, our Lord. People everywhere see your majesty. What glory streams from the heavens, filling the earth with the fame of your name. Psalm 9. O Lord, I will worship you with extended hands. As my whole heart explodes with praise, I will tell everyone, everywhere, about your wonderful works and how your marvelous miracles exceed expectations. I will jump for joy and shout in triumph as I sing your song and make music for the Most High God. For when you appear, I worship with all my enemies, while all my enemies run in retreat. They stumble and perish before your presence. For you have stood up for my cause and vindicated me when I needed you the most. From your righteous throne you have given me justice. With a blast of your rebuke, nations are destroyed. You obliterated their names forever and ever. The Lord thundered, and our enemies have been cut off, vanquished in everlasting ruins. All their cities have been destroyed. Even the memory of them has been erased. But the Lord of eternity, our mighty God, lives and reigns forever. He sits enthroned as king, ready to render his verdicts and judge all with righteousness. He will issue his decrees of judgment, deciding what is right for the entire world, giving to each one everything they deserve. All who are oppressed may come to you as a shelter in the time of trouble, a perfect hiding place. May everyone who knows your mercy keep putting their trust in you, for they can count on you for help no matter what. O Lord, you will never, no, never neglect those who come to you. Listen, everyone, sing out your praises to God, who lives and rules within Zion. Tell the world about all the miracles he has done. He tracks down killers and avenges bloodshed, but he will never forget the ones forgotten by others, hearing every one of their cries for justice. So now, O Lord, don't forget me. Have mercy on me. Take note of how I've been humiliated at the hands of those who hate me. Bring me back again from the brink, from the very gates of death. Save me. Bring me to the spiritual gates of Zion, so that I can bring you the shout of praise you deserve. For the godless nations get trapped in the very snares they set for others. The hidden trap they have set for the weak has snapped shut on themselves. Guilty! The Lord is famous for this. His justice will punish the wicked. While they are digging a pit for others, they are actually settling the terms of their own judgment. They will fall into their own pit. Pause in his presence. Don't forget this. All the wicked will one day fall into the darkness of death's domain and remain there, including the nations that forget God and reject his ways. He will not ignore forever all the needs of the poor, for those in need shall not always be crushed. Their hopes shall be fulfilled, for God sees it all. O Lord, won't you now arise and judge and punish the nations who defy you? Aren't you fed up with their rebellion? Make them tremble in fear before your presence. Place a lawgiver over them. Make them know that they are only puny, frail humans who must give account to you. Pause in his presence. Psalm 10. Lord, you seem so far away. Why do you stand so far off as though you don't care? Why have you hidden yourself when I need you the most? At this time, the arrogant in their elitist pride erupt with persecution against the poor and helpless. May you pour out upon them the very evil they've planned against others. How they brag and boast of their cravings, exalting the greedy. They congratulate themselves as they despise God. These arrogant ones, so smug and secure in their plots and plans, they reassure themselves by saying, there is no God, there's no need of him, there is nothing to worry about, our wealth will last for all time. So seemingly successful are they in their schemes, prosperous in all their plans, and scoffing at any restraint. Yet all this time they are unaware of his anger, not understanding that their day of judgment is ahead. The exalted God they deny will soon declare their doom. They boast that neither God nor men will bring them down. So they sneer at all their enemies, saying in their hearts, we have success in all we do, and never have to face trouble. Yet all the time, not knowing that they speak this in vain, their mouths spout out cursing, lies, and threats. Only trouble and turmoil come from all their plans. Like lions lurking in the shadows of the city, they crouch silently in ambush for the people to pass by. They pounce on the poor and catch them in their snare, to murder their prey in secret. They plunder their victims, presuming them all as inferior. They crush the lowly, falling beneath their brutal blows. As their victims collapse in defeat, then they say to themselves, the lofty one is not watching while we do this. Now is the time to arise, O Lord. Crush them once and for all. Don't forget the forgotten and the helpless. How dare the wicked think they will escape in their evil, believing that you would not call them to account for all their ways. Don't let the wicked get away with their contempt of you. Lord, I know you see all that they're doing, not noting their each and every deed. You know the trouble and turmoil they've caused. Now punish them thoroughly for all that they've done. The poor and helpless ones trust in you, Lord, for you are famous for being the helper of the fatherless. I know you won't let them down. Break the power of the wicked and their arms of strength. Search them out and destroy them for the wickedness they have done. You, Lord, are King forever and ever. You will see all the nations perish from off your land. Lord, you know and understand all the hopes of the humble, and will hear their cries and comfort their hearts, helping them all. The orphans and the oppressed will be terrified no longer, for you will bring them justice and no one will trouble them.